brain on. Yeah. Look. Brain on overload, and all those rappers, they Pinocchios. Females getting clout if they wear no clothes. Real niggas get exposed. Kings 33, getting eyes closed. Motive for the shooter, no one never knows. Lies on. I suppose maybe niggas hiding in the poker nose just to get the fame they was owed. Cause when you die, your fan base tend to grow. And all them fake niggas, real colors start to show. You know, vaccinations up, no vacation. See, vaccinated, but still a patient. COVID took their money, so a cure they made it. Cancer get the money, so we still waiting. And a cure they faked it all across the nation. Cause the ones that sick be fully vaccinated. And the cure is free, so more people take it, and it's mandatory, and for that I hate it. Value of a bachelor's degree went down, cause people like me get them now. Music all about how you look in your Instagram page. They couldn't care less how you sound. I'm just like, wow. Elementary school struggle hard. They don't know what's a verb or a noun. Shows only give good ratings if a black man hating or a black queen look like a clown. But the energy around me, want y'all all to be free. It's okay to breathe. If you fall on your knees, crawling just move with ease. See you on your feet. If they leave, you not plead. And watch the company you keep. And don't be blind, open your eyes and trust whatever you see, man. Took some time to myself to reflect, but I think I should just resurrect. Thought that they kill me, I bounce back like Jesus. The tomb is still vacant, you welcome to checks. Rappers in debt, they owe me for all of the years. Hip-hop robbed me my respect. Now that I'm back, the humble me down with my feelings. So bitch, I came to collect. Give me a jet, drive up to the plane, and no TSA, we got clearance. We flew across the world and made $500,000 an hour to make an appearance. Look, I want it all, the freedom to free the world mind with no interference. The power to kick all the clowns out the game for lacking incoherence. And I'm blocking calls, they not gon' like me at all. My balance is too good to fall. I hit the walls, they picked up the ball, ain't stalling. Dunked on all 6 of y'all. I just be minding my business. Move on with the quickness. Trust me, I don't need a witness. Once they get word of my greatness, they fly to VA just to hit this. Do y'all feel my spirit? I just be writing these lyrics, cause they sound good when I hear it. So if a hater don't like it, look, I'm still excited. This shit sound good to my ears, bitch. And I am too pure for a hit list. But my brothers get lit like it's Christmas. So if I need them, I just hit the button. That shit on my phone, I call it my kill switch.
Yo, hear me out there? King. Just another king. At the foot of downtown, there's homeless. Billionaires step right over you, but making the choices. Steady working, barely making, man, just keeping it real. While I'm at it, I'm sick of seeing my brothers get killed. Wanting to rebuild your family, repair the streets. Never thought it's that important, stop to think about me. I'm a king, you see. Shall I proceed? Yes, indeed. Know some niggas sell bananas like the West Indies. Lord, know that he forgave me. Things you hold against me ain't gon' make me, ain't gon' break me. Being taught what is beauty, got a plan with her faces. Queen, you look delicious, let me lick it, let me taste it. Fast shit, greed to have your homeboys rob you for your taxes. Start to treat you different when you fall off the bracket. Just remember that, nigga, learn to get it back. Time to make a change out here, fuck all that marching shit.
World on my shoulders, can't lay you down.
Just know by any means we gon' make it. Since they ain't gon' give, gotta take it.
World on my shoulders.
Yeah. Turn the vocals up, sight. Turn the track up too.
My nigga 2 for the GOAT, these other niggas basic.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't grow up. Niggas ain't grow up how we grew up, man. Me and Joe Ryan talking, just think about all our partners who ain't here. Niggas doing 100 years and all that shit.
still alive. Doing the dash and some shit fresh out of Enterprise. Just got it marked off so dark you can't see my eyes. I'm swinging corners like the city bus, that's how I ride. Supercharged, Duke boys can't smell me. Coming out of Richmond Heights, sliding down LB. Last month was LA, a Russian and a Vietnamese. Airbnbs with like 300 G's a piece. These niggas think they know me, they don't know me at all. You wanna get it how I did it, you need elephant balls. And a poker face salute, my niggas showed the way. Military style assault rifles, niggas soldier hate. I'm from the mud, and down made niggas like this no more.
Swear to God, they don't wear.
I'm from the mud,
Swear, nigga.
and down made niggas like this no more.
Know what I'm saying?
Love dressing all black, off-white over Gucci. Maggot busting down the brick, quarters, house, and deuces. I let Peanut work the dough while I finish this order. Oh, you see can cut the lights, just don't turn off the water. Drug dealer, street niggas, they're my biggest supporters. Everywhere I go, them niggas know I'm fresh out of Florida. I keep a chip on my shoulder and that look in my eyes. I ain't friendly with you niggas, I ain't feeling your vibe. You ain't grow up how I grew up, you ain't doped up on them boot ups. You ain't get it out the dirt where niggas smoke rocks and shoot up. You don't know what it's like to watch the feds tear your crew up, or make a junkie smile cause she happy that you blew up. I'm from the mud, and down made niggas like this no more.
Swear to God, they don't wear.
I'm from the mud,
Swear, nigga.
and down made niggas like this no more.
Know what I'm saying?
My daddy keep calling my phone, don't wanna talk. Nah, niggas get filled with greed and fall apart. Yup, your words ain't matching your title, so I depart. A lot of niggas all for self, ain't got no heart. Ain't got no heart. That's why I'm solo when I'm dolo. Yeah. Just me and my girlfriend, middle finger to the popo. I'm driving with no L, switching lanes, ducking popo. Yeah. Blowing on the fatty, keep the blicky on the low. High as hell, wasting liquor on the gas pedal. Cruising through the night, trying to duck the devil. Tucked behind the tent, looking like a rebel. Looking for a spot because I'm trying to settle. Pray for me, pray for me. Down ass queen, I bet she kill for me. She been up off the steps, she in the field with me. And if a nigga she make a meal with me. I'm trying to do my best, and I say it from the heart, I say it with my chest. And I'm trying to set examples so my soul can rest. And I wanna see my kids succeed at their best. Yeah, me and my mama, we ain't beefing now. No, because she found new love, we got a bond now. Yeah. When it comes to my kids, yeah, that's my all now. And everything I accomplish, hope it don't fall down. Pray for me.
Mama, pray for me. Mama, won't you pray for me? Yeah, yeah. Sister, pray for me. Sister, won't you pray for me? Yeah, yeah.
JK.
Cause I'ma do me. Cause I'ma do me. Cause I'ma do me. Yeah, yeah. Cause I'ma do me. Cause I'ma do me. Cause I'ma do me.
Once upon a time, not too long ago, I was looking like a bum at the liquor store. Now I let my money grow like a cinder roll, collecting 200 boy before I even roll. But back then, while D-boys on the block playing Pac-Man, we was fighting for the crumbs or the scraps in. Pull them out, that's a mic for the night in. That's a nightmare. Goddamn, whole team, Mike Fam, Tyson, King Will, I am. Niggas ran in the crib, man, it was broad day. Never knew the nigga name, can't forget the face. Oh shit, it's fucking trending, yeah, they copping that. Bunch of grown ass kids playing copycat. Copy that, shit so sad, where your morals at? Stand up for the squad, bitch, the squad that I'm reppin' black. What happened Rapping the black pride, the homicide rise while they shipping them inside. Lynching them outside, get mad, just keep it quiet. So with the million times, see peace for the genocide. Damn, type of shit that they say. The type of shit that they say. The type of shit that they say. Mama, pray for me. Mama, pray for me.
Pray for me. Mama, pray for me. Mama, won't you pray for me? Yeah, yeah. Sister, pray for me. Sister, won't you pray for me? Yeah, yeah. Cause I'ma do me. Cause I'ma do me. Cause I'ma do me. Yeah, yeah. Cause I'ma do me. Cause I'ma do me. Cause I'ma do me.
Yeah, yeah. King. City, city. King, king. Yeah, yeah, yeah. City. King, 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 king. I'm trying to chase your dream. I keep waking up, trace of the touch I felt. It's fading. Pains in the gut from all the bodies that they slaying. Souls that are stuck, giving up ain't the way in. I swear, I will show that I am legend. Walking loaded weapon, Eli. Man, you see how they change perception. Call it cage correction. Weaponize a blessing. That's stolen protection. Damn. Most niggas get it, they just act slow. Trying to get my people to detach though. Yes, I'm talking from them white folks. Oh, I'm racist? Talking facts, bro. Quick to kill an African. Seems that we forgot that we are African. Said we had to once build it back again. Let's hold on to the past, build some present shit. Gift wrapped with the bow tie. Say we stacking bread, my nigga. I hope it's multi. Go against the grain, now the dirt got a stain. Cause the king, man, he murdered the king. Shit, leaving queens just a bandage. Sorries that we give, man, I swear it's just a bandage. In me, I can't stand it. Sit back and see how I played in her damage. That hit different. Seen when we talk about us, we don't listen. All we do is like, swipe, and dismiss it. So you don't care about none of the queens that's gone missing. Don't care about how constant moms dig ditches. Got them kings stacked up in the prison. Your social media get driven, huh? Keep your face in the book and you might get it, dawg.
Yeah.
Junkie going pretty, boy.
Hey, burn some sage, homie. Yeah, look. I had to sit down and meditate, connect with my soul. I had to change my diet, I had to switch up some goals. I had to evaluate plans and switch up on people. I had to switch my living, had to fight with the reaper. I had to fight my fears, I had to fall to the bottom. I had to search for myself, and yeah, I cried when I caught him. I had to be quiet, I had to listen some more. My son wasn't feeling loved, I had to kiss him some more. I had to talk to myself, I had to chat with God. I had to forgive myself, I had to accept my flaws. I had to focus up and cut off all my distractions. I had to be quiet and follow up with some actions. I had to walk by faith and not walk what I see. I had to walk like I talk, and had to walk what I be. I had to fight with myself to overcome all things. I had to sit with myself before I sit with the kings. My soul is fading so far away. Hey, burn some sage, homie. My soul is fading so far. Yeah, look, I had to change my words, I had to start speaking life. I had to apologize, I had to make shit right. I had to control my urges, had to cut off some sex. I had to block some numbers, had to cut off some texts. I had to read some books, I had to pray every day. I had to go to the gym, I had to release some rage. I had to draw some boundaries and focus on me. I had to stop drinking soda, I had to get with the tea. I had to step in my power, I had to use my mind. I had to do my bid, I had to face my time. I had to fight my fears, I had to fall to the bottom. I had to search for myself, I finally cried when I caught him. I had to be quiet, I had to listen some more. My son wasn't feeling loved, I had to kiss him some more. I had to fight with myself to overcome all things. I had to sit with myself before I sit with the kings. My soul is fighting so far away. My soul is fighting so hard.
You. What's good? Welcome to another episode of King State. Was always your man, King City.
King Smoke.
In the building. Got my man D here, man. Sorry about that, man. Y'all know how it is, man. But it ain't Beltway Radio for a reason. That goddamn Beltway was crazy. So that goddamn.
Because y'all Beltway niggas can't drive.
Man, God, there was always something, man. I mean, that shit was thick though. The traffic was retarded.
Yeah, shit,
it's the heat too.
Yeah, it's too damn hot for that. That's the thing. It's too damn hot for that. But as always, man, let's start this thing right. How was your week, man?
Shit, honestly, wasn't really good or bad. It was kind of, actually, no, fuck that. It was pretty good. Pretty good. Shit really, going too bad this week.
How about you?
It just keep getting hotter and hotter. I'm not gonna hold you. It was acceptable last week when 4th of July was going on with the cookouts and shit, but I be sweating in the crib now.
God damn. It's too damn hot. No.
Right.
I got that AC on. Hell no. I ain't got time to be sweating inside. That's all. But I get it though. Sometimes it is too damn hot outside that your AC can't even catch up.
Can't even do nothing.
I would say the same thing though. My week was pretty good. I can't say I can't find any anything where had any setbacks or anything like that. And today's gonna be a great ass show because we got I don't know what to call him, a minister, a pastor, he's Brother Key. Now, I mean, coming all the way from West Virginia to this is gonna be different because if y'all been rocking me for a minute, y'all kind of know my view on religion. But to have a person that's in here this is what they do, now we can have this discussion and break down some things that I want to talk about. Now, you know how I like to say, what was something this week that, I can't even think right now because all I can think about is this goddamn traffic. So this the goddamn traffic got me, guys. But what was up this week that just had you like, what the fuck?
Shit. Honestly, ain't shit, really.
And I almost forgot one thing, too. I do have a $25 Amazon gift card giveaway this week, too. I almost forgot about the gift card.
Participating this week.
Nigga, you can't get the money, fam.
Why not?
That sound crazy as hell.
You better take a bathroom break and then call in.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And exactly, we still going to do it for the best. Should we do the best comment again? I think I'm going to rock with the best comment.
Gotcha. Sound good to me.
The best comment. Said, did you enjoy the 4th? Hell yeah, I enjoyed the 4th. Went down. Now, I mean, got to see family. I mean, that was nice. I mean, definitely being way the fuck up here, it's like, God damn, you don't really get to see him like that. Now, I mean, but being able to do that, now, I mean, even though my daughter was way down in Georgia, I ain't like that part, but, other than that, yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Shit, I enjoyed my 4th of July. Got to see some good fireworks. Ate good. Because, I can cook like a
damn
motherfucker.
sure. I would say you all right, but I ain't even going to slice you like that. I give you that. I give you that. I give you that. So to you, this was a perfect news week?
Yeah, for everything that I've seen. I've been kind of, I'm not going to lie, I was like on social media, but I really won't on social media.
I took a break. This is my first week coming back, posting us again. I even took a break from posting the show. That's how far away from social media I was trying to be. But then I started to realize like that ain't the message I'm trying to send.
Yeah.
I mean, what we doing up here, I would think it is at least making people open their eyes to thinking differently. Because we're nowhere saying that we're right up here, but we're willing to have the fucking conversation. You get what I'm saying? Gotta have a conversation and to change shit.
That's how you feel. I gotta respect it.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck was it? Remember before the Juneteenth we had the episode?
What?
Didn't I say that 4th of July was gonna look way better than Juneteenth?
Mm-hmm.
It damn sure did.
It did.
Black people showed the fuck up.
Yep.
Celebration
Mm-hmm.
of some shit ain't got nothing to do with us.
I think it's a habit now.
Yeah.
Kind of like Christmas. It's just like,
Yeah, but just don't pretend to care.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the shit that they don't pretend to care. Like up here, like we were saying, we were talking about the Juneteenth and everything, but we was keeping it funky. Like it doesn't, we don't know how do we celebrate it? Like what is the thing? It's a new, but just don't pretend to care. Like, oh, it's Juneteenth and you don't give a shit.
Because honestly, I don't really feel, I mean, I guess you can, but it's like, damn, do I really want to turn up today?
Yeah.
I kind of don't really want to do no hood rat shit on motherfucking Juneteenth, to be honest.
But it's hood rat.
I mean, not hood rat
confused
shit,
with
but I'm
qualifications.
not like that. I shouldn't have said it like that. But I don't want to do. I don't want to be wilding on Juneteenth. I don't want to look like Sexy Red Video on Juneteenth. How about that? Better reference.
Okay, I don't want to look
Shit,
like that.
I'd rather be like some Thanksgiving shit. Not like just food, but just family coming together, talking about, hey, we thankful all of us here free out this bitch.
Yeah. That's kind of pathetic to keep having to think about.
What?
I can't believe we're free type shit. Because I'm not gonna say it's pathetic to have to think about. It's like we only wanted to celebrate what people did before. We don't want to create the new people that's doing now. It's like let's care about our history. We're like, all right, let's make new history. They're like, hell no.
Yeah, we do need to make some new shit because right now we just following along to anything that come about.
I didn't say anybody about like History Month, about Juneteenth, but I guarantee, like you be saying, they named the same couple people.
Mm-hmm. About 10.
About a good 10. Yeah, about a good 10.
Mm-hmm. They might throw you a little wild ball in there. You might see on Facebook, turn around, be some shit. But other than that, they don't teach that shit. There's like so many black people that did so much, but fuck them. Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, Malcolm X. I don't know to teach Malcolm X like that.
They're not. Hell no, they ain't teaching Malcolm X like that. You learned about Malcolm X?
Nah, they stray away from teaching us about
Malcolm X. Hell no.
I think they taught us for a little bit, but
Malcolm X.
Yeah,
that's tough.
But they didn't teach us like in a good way. They said, yeah, he was in jail, then he got his life together. It's kind of it.
I saw on social media, people were flabbergasted because they heard that Harriet Tubman's husband had a car, and they were like, "Why didn't you just get a
wrong chick?" Harriet Tubman.
Sorry, not Harriet Tubman. Fuck.
Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks. Right. Rosa Parks' husband had a car, and people were like, "Well, why didn't you just catch a ride?"
Maybe he was at work already.
And why do people think that they're taking the automobile then to be like now? Like that ain't like everybody just has a car. Like and it's not like, man, wait a minute, man. People retarded. Wait a minute. That just fucked my whole head up. Why didn't she just catch a ride? So we're blaming her for not getting a ride.
Plus, they acting like they didn't set this up.
So because she didn't get a ride, they were supposed to treat her some type of way? Because she didn't want to get the fuck up out of her seat in the bus?
I don't know what point they were trying to make. I just saw on social media that like a lot of people were uneducated to the fact that the whole bus seat situation was planned. Like they chose Rosa Parks to sit in the seat to fight against
that. Exactly.
You know what I mean? And it just shows us how
even though this is a unpopular opinion, but even though Rosa Parks and all of them should be celebrated for what they did to have us have the right to be like, you can't just say blacks can't do this. I'm with that all day long. we're people. You can't just say we can't do some shit because we're black. But at the same time, while they were doing that, saying we're not going to ride in the back of their buses, we want to ride their buses. We had our own transportation. We had our own taxis. We had our own buses. I mean, we crashed our systems just to be able to ride theirs. Now we don't have daily shit.
Yep.
So I get, the premise of, we have to have our rights, but we did it to what extent? Right.
At what cost?
Right. And I'm like stuff like this. That's why I'm glad we're having a minister here today, because I have questions like that. Because I wonder, does he believe that religion plays a part in stuff like that? Black people just being so docile and being like,
Not everybody want to ride on the back of the bus. That's what fuck.
Shit, they didn't teach us anything about Malcolm X. Exactly. They ain't want to. Not that nigga. They want to.
Not Malcolm X. Not Nat Turner and all.
not the ones to rise against. And they had him, all confused. He did say by any means, but it's like, damn, the turn the other cheek thing. Black people have to turn the other cheek. It's like, well, if they hit you, don't do nothing about it. We can be strong. And whoa. How many times we gonna get hit? Yeah. We're not saying go out there and be violent. That's stupid. Yeah. That's dumb. I mean, you do have to take You have to take the strategic approach. But when they sicking dogs and say, well, it's time to fight back at that point.
Yeah.
We ain't about to keep nonviolent. Well, we've been nonviolent since hanging and whips, chains. That's a lot of nonviolent. It ain't worked yet. Time for you to open your eyes and see that it ain't worked yet, and see what will. Because last time I checked, people respond to, that's just like riots. We ain't hurting anybody. It's property. They turn it on us and say, oh, y'all hurting y'all community in these stores. Well, these stores wasn't doing anything for the community, so it didn't hurt dilly shit here. It hurt their pockets, but they answered. Because they just wanted it to stop.
That's just like they don't teach that, just like during all that Martin Luther King peaceful marching, like, yeah, that was going on, but it was also a lot of riots going on at the same damn time. You don't teach you that part. Same damn time. Like, it was so many riots in that civil rights era between like black and white people. It was so many riots that happened that they don't teach that part. They just teach the nonviolent and that's it.
Yeah.
So no, that shit was going on. It was a mix of both.
Yeah.
It was either we gonna choose a way because they respond in the violent way and they got the peaceful way. It's like you got to choose a path.
Black people are so damn docile. Is like, I think we're comfortable. I think we feel like this is it. We're like, look at the car I drive. Look what this. We're not living bad like they used to have it back then. No, we don't have it like that. But we're damn sure are still working for someone else to make more than you over your labor.
This shit is getting worse.
What? And they're reversing shit like a motherfucker. Slavery isn't real. That's an interesting comic there, my friend. I'm gonna need you to break that one down.
Slavery isn't real.
That's what he said.
Slavery is still real. It's just legal. Like, just go to your
I think when
prison.
people hear the word slavery, they automatically hear whips and chains. That was a form of slavery.
Correct.
That's not slavery. So when people say, I'm not a slave, well, you're not that form of a slave.
Yeah.
You can be a slave to your phone. You can be a slave to all types of stuff.
Right.
Shit, we a slave to the system.
Facts. People are slaves to brands. It just is what it is.
Because somebody told you, hey, you got to pay to go fishing. And everybody just did that shit.
Which is the most craziest thing in the world.
Because everybody just went fishing. That's what
I'm gonna need my mans to explain that. And remember, we got that $25 Amazon gift card giveaway going on, and that number is 301-761-1040 if y'all need to call in. He said he'll give $1,000 to anyone that can show me one slave ship in a museum. Listen, I'm hearing a lot of that. Now this conversation going to go a little different. I'm hearing a lot of that lately.
What?
That is something they drilled into our head in school, and these things never happen. Now, I want y'all to go out there, and everyone has probably a white friend or something. Ask them to go to their grandparents' house and ask them to go to their basement, their attic, wherever the fuck they have their valuables, and ask them to see if they have slave papers. And I guarantee 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, they will. They're like family fucking heirlooms.
And people got this idea that slavery was such a long time ago.
Oh my gosh.
But fail to realize, like, think about this. Harriet Tubman died 2 months after Rosa Parks was born.
Damn. It's one of them things, it's like
Yeah.
It's one of the things to say slavery. Now, do I believe that they brung as many as they say? I believe that the indigenous people that's here that we call Indians, they're black people. They're just like us. They was here, they enslaved them just as much as they brung the people in Africa. Yes. But to say it wasn't real is like, okay, give me the alternative. What did happen?
Yeah.
But just to say something didn't happen and then don't bring any evidence of, well, I'm open to something else because I know that the government will lie, but goddamn.
Yeah.
Just don't leave it open. But well, that didn't happen. So what did?
Yeah.
What were people fighting for? Why do you have it to where even we know of aunties and grandmothers that went to schools where they, like my father's birth certificate says Negro. So what was that time period? What did that stem from? The hatred of black people, of what? That slavery wasn't there?
Yeah. I about to say shit. It was like a lot of slavery still going on. Like, people got to understand that communication wasn't what it is now. So just because they ended slavery don't mean shit changed immediately. It was a lot of places that still had slavery up until fucking the civil rights movement.
Right. And it is just handed over to emancipate something that's just given over the power. So it went from, okay, you can't work on this plantation for free. Know what I mean? But I can have you at this warehouse as you are jailed. Now you're not working for free, but you're working out your debt. So I kind of can do that. So when you look at the 13th Amendment, it says slavery is illegal unless you're deemed a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and also another reason I wanted to point out is like, yeah, I don't believe they brought hundreds of thousands all the time with us here, because I was reading Gregoric's comment. But fucking y'all tend to forget that it was well over 400 years, and they bred us like fucking cattle.
Listen,
cattle. Think about
it's one of those things where like all of us has witnessed going somewhere and seeing someone that looks just like people in your family. Be like, what the fuck? You look just like, and it's only because when your great had a fucking child, they sold him just like that. Yeah. She never got to even name that baby. But that child has went on somewhere. That's just your family. That's why when they test this DNA and they say they went back, dog, they wasn't like when they say, hey, you're this part of Africa, of course. I could have told you that. You didn't have to pay for that. But they wasn't taking that records till later on. You have so much time. They just wanted you to do what they couldn't do because of their pigmentation. Because they would have died out there.
And also, it was free labor. That's why the economy was booming.
Right.
You got free labor.
Black people was the first currency. I mean, the first product for currency. Right? For Americans, right? They sold us. We was like a chair. Mm-hmm. So to say that slavery isn't real is like, wait a minute now. We're not going to do that.
Say we let people colonize us. Exactly what the fuck we did. It's a sad thing.
That's true.
It's not. The thing is, it's just like, hey, it is what it is.
That's true. That's true. I give him that. He said, so is this a fairy tale? Yeah, like, I don't get it. Like, so what did happen?
Yeah, he's not saying anything.
Right. What happened?
He don't know.
I'm seeing.
That nigga watch one YouTube video and just start talking shit.
This nigga off the chain, cuz. But I'm seeing a lot of that on the internet. I'm seeing a lot of like slavery wasn't real, this, and that. I'm like, listen, man.
It's so easy to spread information. That's the problem.
Fake information.
Bullshit.
But real, let's just go with this. Real, fake does not matter. Do we know the circumstances of what black people are in right now? Mm-hmm. Do you see the things that are in place right now that holds people down in their communities? Yes, if that's real, let's do something about that. How we got to that, if you don't want to believe how we came to them circumstances, then so be it. But we can't deny what's happening now in our communities and be like, well, that's not true. So what we gonna do about what's going on right the fuck now? Explain that one. That's what I would like to know. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. And later on, we will be having Brother Key coming in to spread, I guess, some knowledge and give me some understanding. Because like I said, when it comes to religion, not really, you know, my thing. But got to chill. So what does y'all think? You can everybody in the comment. Y'all can call in 301-761 is that number. Now I mean 761-1040 is that number. Now I mean y'all want to call in. Because this one, we didn't went totally off track. But that comment caught my eye.
Yeah, it was just like, God damn, cuz.
Slavery.
But the thing about it is, I done seen this jink so many times, and it's like, I get it. But it's like, at the same time, it's like, no.
I don't get it.
Real quick. What constitutes as the best comment? Because, you know, that's a little, you know.
Yeah, because
comment itself got us brainstorming. You know what I mean?
It doesn't cause brain. He said, "Please call." Oh, somebody calling in right now.
It's Gregorick.
Let's see, man. Let's see. You on the line with your man King City King Smoke, man. Let me know what city with state you checking in from.
Yeah, this is Gregorick Collington.
What's good with you, fam?
Man, I just want to make clear, like, I ain't never been that type of person to be a YouTuber, looker up type of guy. Like, I got libraries, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And really, I got my research when I was incarcerated for 7 years. That's why I did most of my studying. But now they're coming out with it more, you know, of all that, you know, the Indianakis and blah blah blah. But my thing, I'm just gonna make points, and then y'all just go from there and look up the information yourself. Now,
I got one question from you. If slavery did not happen, what did?
No, I'm not saying that slavery did not exist at all. Slavery been through man since whenever. You know, you got royalties and you got the people in the slums. But even back then in Egyptian times, the name for slavery was different. They would work for, let's say, they would build shit to get things, bartering.
Right, but that's another form of slavery. What Americans did is their form of slavery. That form of slavery that Americans did happened.
Now that form, they gave us the amnesia of who we was and how everything really began right here in Americans. Like even the name for America, that's not even Columbus. That's another Spaniard, Americano Vespucci. That discovered this. You know what I'm saying? And they tell you Columbus did that. You see?
Yeah, but all that could be fine and true, but it does not change the fact that slavery was happening here on this soil.
Right. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying how they present things to you ain't always what it is, because they tell us Columbus did that, but it's really.
And I'm with you that they don't always tell the truth, but I'm not with offering up something that's supposed to be a fact without coming anything to show me what it is.
Let me get to it. Let me get to it, Brody. Okay, so
if slavery did not happen,
them bringing us, now with them saying that they brought us, now these are facts because we all live in America. They say that they brought us on boats from America, correct?
From Africa, yes.
Right. Okay. If you go to an African person, right, that's from Africa, they don't even treat you as their brother and that got kidnapped from over there. You see what I'm saying?
Oh.
That's number. If they know their history as well as we do, then they should be feeling a certain way.
Okay, hold on.
Not
Let
the hate that they have
me
for-
pause you on that note real quick because I got you on that one. So what we have to remember is that Africa itself was colonized up until actually this was up in like what Mandela just died not too long ago, didn't it?
Yeah.
So they were colonized for a while. So to say that they don't see us as brothers, you got to think every area that was colonized usually don't like black people.
It's one
Every
of the
single
things,
area.
It's one of the things. And appreciate you for calling, man. And y'all remember I got to free at the line. That number is 301-761-1040. I get what he's saying. But it's too much of, I'm going to jump into this over here, then I'm going to jump into this over here, then I'm going to jump into this over there. When the comment that you made was slavery isn't real.
Yeah.
And if it isn't, what happened?
Yeah.
I can't go with a certain fact that's just why a person like me, even though I'm a lot of people think I'm crazy for believing like the moon shit didn't happen, all that. It's just because for me I'm like, but do it again. And then you would shut people up.
Yeah.
If you can't just do it again, if you did it back then and all the technology now, you can't do it. Well, I kind of don't believe it now. And that's exactly what I'm asking him is like, so what did happen?
Why the fuck we still trying? That's my thing. If we went, why we still trying?
Yeah.
It should be an easy thing now. Like technology has sped up so fast.
Some of the things he was saying was true.
Oh yeah, facts. But it was all over the place.
It was all over the place.
Yeah. But the thing is just like we gotta go with the reality. Like it's a known fact that Columbus wasn't the first motherfucker here.
Right.
I'm about to say Asians was here, Vikings was here, black people was here, Africans had maps of this place already. This nigga just got lost, thought he was in India. That's the real story. He got lost. He ain't do shit significant but get lost.
That's it.
That nigga was following Google Maps. He fucked up.
Damn.
But it's just like slavery happened. Like
and like when he was talking about slavery, where it was in Africa and stuff like that. Yes, that was a different form of slavery.
Yeah,
that did happen. But the way that Americans changed and did their form of slavery, that was different.
Yeah, because most slaves they would work their shit off, and it was like a prison sentence, or like you could work that shit off.
Yeah. And that's why I never understood, like, once again, this is something I will wait till we have the minister here a little bit later on. That's why I never understood the Catholic faith, because I'm like, well, the Romans were the ones that killed Jesus. The Romans were the ones that said that slavery is a legal thing, shit like that. So it's like the Pope said that this can be a thing. Why is that a thing to follow? I was a little lost on that one.
Yeah, it's shit. Jesus was of no religion, for real.
Right. But, hey. Like I said, it's not my area of expertise. We're going to have someone here that's, I'm not going to say that's an expert, but he's damn sure more than I am. Mm-hmm. If you're a minister, then I have no clue.
To me, you know, always weirded me out. It don't matter how much people try to explain it to me. It's the crosses. Crosses just get me. Like, why are we wearing that?
Yes, why are we wearing that? See, I don't want to do that because, you know what I mean? This turn religion. I'm not gonna lie. Talking religion turns a lot of people off. But the cross thing did freak me out because I'm like, don't put my dead symbol up. They like if somebody shot me in the head, God forbid, and you just put me.
Like why can't it just be Jesus like just hanging on a necklace like that, just praying? Like I can't.
Some people have him actually up there and everything. Mm-hmm. Like, whoa, wait a minute.
Shit, just get the they got the giant chain, you get the Last Supper right there on the chain. If I was a preacher, I'd do that. Mm-hmm. See, I need a drink after that call.
Wait a minute, fam. Hey,
Gregory going in on the wrong person.
On the wrong person. That's Maul Dukes right there. Inga Fax is wrong, Playboy. That's Maul Dukes. She really does it for real.
Mm-hmm.
She does it for real. But it is what it is. You got to realize that some people going to look. One thing that I learned about doing the show: some people are going to agree with you. Some people is not. You got to be able to learn to handle it. We're a part of this internet. Not everyone is going to agree with you. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? If we can't do that, the internet is not a place to be.
Yeah, because he was all over the place. He just denying that fact. It's just like, hey, you got to stick with what you said.
Yeah.
All the extra is just like now you bringing different points in because now you got Columbus and
Yeah.
It's like, hey.
Yeah. So I need a drink. Oh man. But anyways. We gonna get into Smoke University. Before my man's coming here, we have brother Key here. We gotta get into some Smoke University.
Oh yeah.
Even though that was a good ass one. The slavery isn't real, that kind of heavy, but let's get into some Smoke University.
Well, as you know me, most of the time I Smoke University be with people and their interactions. Not just relationships, it's everybody in general. So, bringing to the table today, I want to talk about reactions. Reactions. How, not to say how we should act or anything, I just want people to think about their reactions. Because people got to realize that your feelings are always justified. Your actions aren't. I can validate your feelings. Like if you feel a certain way, we could sit down, we could talk about it, regardless of how you feel. Even if you feel like I'm the worst person ever, I can sit down and have a conversation with you about that. But when your actions are unacceptable, then we can't. We can't talk.
Right.
So yes, your feelings are valid. Your actions aren't. You can't just get mad and start yelling at somebody. It's not at work. We all get mad at work every single day. Ain't just gonna cuss out the boss unless my money ain't, money ain't out there. Other than that, I ain't got nothing to holler at them about.
Right.
So your reactions have to be to the situation.
I think most people react depending on who it is and how close they are. Most people don't go out of their way to react crazy when it's around strangers. They kind of put up the face of still trying to not show my ass.
Yeah. So that's okay. So that's fucked up. Even more fucked up.
It is messed up.
Because it's just like, you would rather show your ass to the people you love.
And
crazy thing is,
it's true though.
My thing is, I just say keep it. You gotta treat me like damn. Like you can't treat everybody else great and then come home and treat me like shit.
That's what I say. I'm good with lying to me. If you go to work and you know that you really wanted to cuss your boss out, but what you did was lied and say, and laughing like and just played it up, do that to me.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Or talk to me.
That too. But and that's what people, everybody in the world these days though. No one can accept the opposition. That's just like what's going on in the comments with my man's Gregory. He went in on the wrong person. I don't think he read what was really going on in the comments. And he didn't understand that, not everyone's going to get what you're saying, fam.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And how you feel about what people feel is not really important.
Yeah. It's not.
It's not.
I said it's valid to you.
It is.
But it's like you have to understand that it's too many people in this world.
Right.
It's too many people raised different ways. It's too many people that experience different things. You have to, if you're going to bring a point to the table, to this table,
right,
damn it, you got to explain yourself.
You know how many things I put out there when I clip this show up, that motherfucker go in on our ass. These motherfuckers don't know what the fuck. My old lady like, you need to delete that. I'm like, not for what? Yeah. You got the right to feel that.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't care. Appreciate. You know what I put on the comment? Appreciate you for watching, and push like on that bitch. I don't like. It is what it is.
That's just like shit. That's just like, let's be real. As people go to work, let's say something happened, you gotta go to the boss's office, right? He mad at you.
I really hate that word. I just talked about that the other day. I hate the word boss. It bothers me.
Manager. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, you go to the manager's office, boss, whatever you want to call supervisor. He can be mad at you, you done did some shit and everything, but in the back of your mind, the only thing you really care about at the end of this conversation is, am I fired?
Yeah, no bullshit, actually.
Yeah.
Am I fired? That's just like getting an employee evaluation without getting a raise. Did that meeting really matter to you?
No.
So treat shit like that. Like all your reactions for shit that don't really matter to you, that's not going to affect you, because if I don't believe you, How does that hurt you?
It doesn't. It doesn't. That's the thing. And like I said, and I don't really want to entertain that whole thing for too long, but dog, he was all over the place, fam.
Mm-hmm.
Like you was talking about this and you talk about that, and when you trying to get to a point, you got to stick to that point.
Yeah. When you bounce all over the place, now we're confused. Because now we got to talk about other shit, and it's just like you not staying on your original reason on why you was calling. You said it wasn't real.
But remember, we're going to have this $25 Amazon gift card giveaway. That will be going to the top comment. And listen, they going the fuck in. In the comments. And remember, y'all can hit that line, 301-761-1040 is the line. Is the number, and we will be having Minister Key at 5 o'clock, 5:15. Y'all know, as always, we will be having my man Vessel on the line for the community meeting, and usually we would have Bang though with Motivation with a Bang, but I'm not sure if he'd be in today and summer as well. Know what I mean? And then we always wrap it up with a word to the community. I almost messed that up. So that one almost had me for a second, but I'm gonna keep it moving. Why do you believe that in our community now it's shunned upon to raise the child the way you want to and not the way the child wants to be raised?
Because you got people who want to be raised, who wanted to be raised a certain way.
So they think you should do it to the. Why do people give a shit?
My thing about it is, let's say you did have some fucked up parents, right? Or whatever the fuck you want to call it. They might have did a whole lot wrong, but at the end of the day, they taught you something if you did turn out to be a decent person. So take the lessons and remove the fuck shit. You could take the lessons and remove the fuck shit, but now y'all just want to create nothing. I'm gonna ask them how they want to be raised, and of course your kid's gonna say, "I want to eat chicken nuggets every night."
How do you ask a person that ain't never experienced being 20, how they should be raised to get to 20 properly?
Yeah.
If you know the pitfalls and because when you get to 20 and you realize that, holy shit, I should have been doing woo because now I have to. Now you know.
Yeah.
Now you want to try to raise, and you're gonna ask them. They haven't been there yet.
Yeah.
But you may not know how to make their life perfect, but you damn sure know how to not let them fall the way you did.
Exactly. And even if your kids resist, because hey, it happens, they get teenagers, start smelling themselves, shit like that. The thing about it is those lessons that you still try to install will ring out in the back of their heads. Yeah. Even if they don't follow that shit at first because they stubborn as a bitch, that shit ring out in the back of their head every time they fuck up.
Right.
And they'll get right. But if you don't teach them shit,
facts.
They ain't got nothing ringing in the back of their head but what everybody else telling them. Now you got a 20-year-old listening to a 20-year-old, or a 15-year-old listening to a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
And that's a fucking tragedy.
And that seems like what's happening. You'll see kids on the internet, just got these pockets of kids. Just they chill with each other online, talk to each other about their so-called problems, and
give each other advice.
Give each other advice on these so-called problems, and they think they're helping each other.
No.
And they have no clue what the fuck they're doing.
Exactly, because this thing, of course, you don't want this.
Right.
There's not a person on this earth, if they could go out and just live in a crib, get their shit together without going to work, wouldn't do it. It's not a person on this earth that wouldn't just go live their life however the fuck they want to without having to worry about bills and shit. But we do.
Right.
We do. So even though it's the teaching them that even though you don't want this, this is something that you need. That is literally the lessons. Even though you don't want it, this is what you need. And it's the conflict between people not wanting to be the bad guy. And it's just like, it was a saying. They said a person who wants peace but don't want to do nothing to make peace and just do things to not make a problem, they're harmless. A person with peace who wants peace in the world gonna cause problems
because it's different.
Yeah.
And when you step away from what the group is doing, you cause problems.
Yeah. And just like, no, fuck that. Because this thing, we living in the.
I got a question. I get what you're saying, but me and you always have this cussing argument. When the minister get here, you gonna tone it down? I doubt it.
I doubt it too. But
that man gonna look the pastor in his eye and say, "Fuck it."
So preach up.
Oh, that's crazy. Remember, we're gonna have Brother Key in the building later on today at probably around 5 o'clock, and then 5:15 we had a community meeting. My bad, man. What were you saying, man?
But yeah, it's those lessons you got to teach, man. Because when you're outside of the box, well, we're living in the equation of everybody living inside the box and the shit not working. We're living in that equation. We see that this shit physically don't work. We're preaching that it worked, but it don't. It doesn't. It's not working.
It's not working.
We can physically see it's not working.
Everything is about feelings, like we said before. It's like, how do we go back now? We have told the kids, okay, we're here to listen to this and da 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 da, and we have ruined shit. How we go back now?
I don't fucking know. I was done when I seen motherfuckers asking the baby for consent to change their diaper.
I just seen that. There's really an organization that's saying that mothers should ask their baby for consent to change the. Who? Fam, it's one of them things like, who made these people experts at talking? Because you're simply stupid. What is the baby gonna say back?
Shit, I seen they did the fucking experience. Fucking person was cutting hair.
She said, "Yes, you are."
Person cutting hair, and they were just asking people, said, "Do I have consent to touch you?" So that's why I sat in the fucking chair.
It's sad to get down like that, but people to think you're gonna ask a baby for consent, we're going too far.
Yeah,
like we're doing too much. It's one of them things like, it's everything, like when they said you can't say sayings, like Peter came out and was like, it's offensive to your dog when you say bring it home. I mean to animals when they say bring it home to bacon, and the chickens coming home to roost and stuff like that. It's like, offensive to who?
Exactly.
When did one time did the chicken tell you that? Y'all, like, we're
they
doing
don't know
too
what
much.
the fuck we saying. Like, I literally did the fucking experiment.
Me too.
I've done the research.
Me too.
If I talk to my dog,
yeah,
in a happy tone, and I tell you the craziest shit, they gonna look at me and wag their tail and come to me. And if I say the happiest shit, like you're the best dog in the world, angrily, they gonna run away.
They have no clue.
They don't know, so they know tones.
But we're going too far with things. We're letting kids get away with stuff. Like, adults are starting to, like, you will have 50, 60-year-olds that's acting like 20-year-olds, but they're saying, I'm just living my best life. Well, who's going to teach the 20-year-old?
They don't want to teach no more.
Who's going to do that? Like, a person can't tell them, okay, you can't tell them what to do. Okay, I get that. But who's going to be the grown-up?
Yeah. They erase the community, then they erase the family. Quick fast.
And we don't realize that, why do these things happen so dominantly in our community? We don't think that's not a coinky-dink, how it's destroying our community. Like, you don't really hear other music destroying their communities. You don't see other movie films, TV shows destroying their communities, but ours do.
Yeah, nothing but.
It makes us love the destruction.
And people sit watch it all day, and I can't. It bothers me. It's to the point where I can barely listen to rap now.
Like, it's one of them things like, oh my gosh.
Like, what are we doing? Like, It's like there's no way you can go and spit a bar about popping perks, shooting motherfuckers, killing, you a broke bitch, and then go say Black Lives Matter, we need to do more for black people. There's no way you could do that shit. Niggas go do that shit all the time. I just dropped my new song, fuck them niggas, catch me outside, all that shit, and then you say Black Lives Matter, we gotta come together in peace and earth. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It is one of them things that it made me realize, like, a lot of people just talking.
Yeah.
They ain't really about that.
Mm-hmm. They sell death and preach love.
Well, damn.
God damn.
Yeah, when you put it like that. Shit.
That's why it's like becoming so hard for me to consume that shit.
Appreciate the stars. Appreciate the stars coming in from King Tyson.
Yeah,
yeah. Appreciate that. And make sure y'all tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend, which I mean by that, y'all go share this live. Make sure y'all hit the, what they got, follow, subscribe, all that, whether you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. And remember that number is 301-761-1040. I'm going to keep it moving while we're waiting on the minister here. We was talking about in our community how, I would say, like this, lack of leaders.
Yes.
Like a total lack of leaders.
Nope.
I think it's
wrong.
Fear of leaders.
Actually, that's actually wrong. It's a lot of leaders. It's not a lot of good leaders. Here's the thing.
They're not a leader then.
No, yes they are.
But you can lead anybody to anything.
I'm about to say, if you can lead, you are a leader. Because people like think like Hitler was a horrible person, but he could lead.
Right.
He could lead.
Right.
Said Putin, he can lead.
Yeah.
Biden, he can lead. Trump, he can lead.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers can lead. They just not good at the shit.
Yeah.
So the problem is our leaders are rappers.
Why did that happen?
Movie stars.
We became with that money.
Insta thoughts, fuckboys. Those are our leaders now. We don't have any type of positive leadership. That's why now, the moment somebody make a song shaking their ass, it's popular. And then now that's all you see. The popping perks. You heard it in a few songs at first. Like, oh shit, niggas popping pills. And then all of a sudden, that's all you hear.
Is one of them things is like, do we care enough to stop?
Nope.
Or do we just complain?
Nope, because it's good enough song.
Is it good enough a song? Is it? Songs be horrible. I'm talking about, you would go to a party and sound like you listen to the same song for 3 hours straight. Same beat. Yeah.
Perk 30, they ain't even hear the first 50 minutes.
It's sad as hell, man.
And it's just like, yeah, it is. It's sad as fuck. And I just can't, that's why I say I can't really listen to rap music like that, because it's just like, damn, y'all literally give money to motherfuckers to talk down on you.
Right.
After they was just you. You helped them become that.
That's all I wanted to say. And once again, I don't want to harp on the guy Gregorick in the comments from earlier. But he says something that made me think of what you're just saying right now. He was saying that he has his business and whatnot. And I believe he's the guy that won the first gift card giveaway. He has the tattoo shop. Why do we get these things and use them as trophies? Like, it's what I got. Why not be like, right? Why not be like, look this what I bring to the table. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm trying to get other people to. That's how we should be with our businesses. Not, I got this and you ain't got. That's that crab in the bucket mentality.
Yeah, it's fuck shit. Because I don't give a fuck what you got. I'm happy for you.
Happy as hell. You get what I'm saying? Happy to appreciate the stars. Appreciate the stars. Appreciate the love. Know what I mean? Coming through. Know what I mean?
And it's just like, hey, I'm gonna make some motherfuckers mad, but like Beyonce and Jay-Z, like, you can't show up for the BET Awards at all?
Because they don't care, fam. It's fake.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, you show up to the Grammys, you show up to all this shit all the time, like, you show up to theirs. Because like I said, what Chris Rock has said, he says, I'm white famous, you black famous. But
It's
she
like,
never-
can you afford me?
Yeah, but it's just like you was black famous. That's what got you famous.
That's what got you famous. It's
Black
like
fame. Black people is what put you there.
it's like most of the white celebrities, definitely music celebrities that I know them because they came through black people first. Like the Justin Timberlakes, the Pinks, the Christina Aguilera's, all of them. I know them because most of their first beginnings, the Britney Spears, the beginning of their careers was through us. They had a bunch of black music on our charts and then they disappeared.
Yeah.
Like the same thing with the channels. They grew the UPN, CWs, all that. They had all the black shows and then they kicked the black people off. They changed their name and now they're worth billions.
Cause like you too good to show to be towards. Like you can make it bigger by showing the fuck up.
He said because someone said that they would never get it or do it. And I'm thinking he's talking about why do black people, use their business like that? Because someone said that could be true, but damn.
Yeah, but you got it.
But you got it. So you prove that even with them saying that you can do it, now go tell all the other ones that have been hearing that.
They can do it.
They can do it.
But now you're gonna be the motherfucker that say you can't.
And now you got your turn. You know what I'm saying? Now it's your turn to be on the other side of the fence.
Yeah, because I don't look down on us. So I'm happy for every achievement you got, buddy.
Yeah.
You 35, just now got your license. I'm happy for you, man. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Shit, you just got your first apartment. You got an air mattress in that bitch. Shit, I come over, we smoke, we chill.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I'm happy for every achievement that y'all got.
Yeah.
I'm not in competition with none of y'all. The only person I'm in
Exactly.
competition with is who I was 2 seconds ago.
Facts. That's how it should be. I get it. It could be some cruel motherfuckers that be like, nigga, you ain't never gonna get da-da-da-da-da-da. And when you get it, I guess I can see the attitude of the angle like, motherfuckers ain't believe da-da-da-da-da. But you're gonna carry that same attitude into your business.
Yeah.
Your customers gonna see it. All of that.
Yeah.
Because you're
And
gonna
it's
be
just
an
like-
arrogant motherfucker.
It's just like, so you got to gripe with people because 4 motherfuckers said you couldn't do it? The people that you was talking to at that moment said you couldn't do it. Now you got to gripe with everybody.
I never understood that. They usually say, I used to see that a lot. They be like, negativity stands out, but it does. Because a video can have 35 comments. And all them janks is, but them two, with the motherfuckers, for some reason, it sticks out.
I'd be weak.
I don't never, me, like, I like to fuck people. I probably comment, tag out underneath and be like, look at this motherfucker. Then later everybody just go
I ain't
on.
gonna lie. My favorite thing is I ain't gonna lie, I like make people matter. Hate me more. Hate me more. I don't care. Fuck I care for. It's probably so many people that dislike me. But how is that gonna change me today?
I'm not going to say I want someone to hate me more.
I don't give a fuck.
I want a person to know that no matter what you feel, no matter what you think, I'm not going to change who I am because of you.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna stay the same no matter if you like it or not.
Yeah. I'm just petty.
No.
I'm just a petty person. I'm not gonna lie.
That was said. The person I am today versus a couple years ago, no. It'd have been different. I'd have been ready to like stop show and all that, but I look at it like, no, like I was that same thing. Somebody would have said, I would have called in and show, they would have tried to, woo. I'd have been like, motherfucker, woo. But it's like, yo, everybody can't
Agree.
they can't. It's no way possible. No. That's why I always stick with the thing on this right now. I be like, I never say what we speak on this show is fact. Unless we're bringing facts to the table, then that's fact. But most of the time, it's like, this is the topic, this is what we've seen, this is what's going on in the world, this is whatever, and this is how we feel about it. And then we try to incorporate somehow of how can black people be the better beneficiary on the outcome of it. That's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal. Now, if it happens 5 years from now, 10 years from now, the goal is the goal.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Appreciate the love.
And can we get some diversity of our goals, black people? We all can't be the same shit.
What you mean?
We all can't be the same shit. The goals and aspirations, not to say because they put it out there for us to do that because it's the easy, not to say the easiest way, it's the most, the rap, the sports, shit like that. We gotta attain different goals. Like we always complain about like shit not being for us, like going to hospitals, getting treated unfairly, shit like that. We gotta put us more in places differently.
Right. It's because it's not looked as cool.
Yeah. Fuck being cool.
You know what I'm saying? It's not looked at being desirable.
Like, dang, nigga, you You a doctor?
Right. They probably say it just like that. Like it was like a disgrace or some shit.
Like for what?
But secretly, like, damn, this nigga's a doctor.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the shit is hard, for real.
Yeah. Like, it's so much more that we can be. And it's been proven that we excel at it. It's just that they push one thing, and then, like I said, like, our leaders are the media. So we follow whatever the media do.
Right.
And that is fucking us up.
I don't think that's going to change because they got a grasp on us now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just like when I say with the kids, if we don't take the kids' phones, tablets, all of that, well, you pretty much fucked at that point.
Yeah.
Because you think you're the parent.
Nope.
I mean, you're the parent in spirit of like you cook and wash clothes and stuff like that. And you're going to raise them in the household to be what you want them to be, I guess. Like, but if they're influenced by this stuff on the internet, oh, that's what the fuck they doing outside. That's what they're doing when they hit that school.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. They're doing exactly that.
And the internet is not a safe place.
It's not.
No matter where you go, you can have all the child protective services you want. I went on fucking Netflix Kids and seen the Tyler Perry movie.
I saw a post today. The governor of Virginia has issued an executive order to ban all cell phones by students in public schools across the state.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
He passed that, or something he putting forth?
It doesn't. It just says he had issued an executive order. So I don't think it's been passed yet.
Oh, it's an executive order.
I like that. Let's get the kids back in order.
Hey, Virginia doing their thing. They done banned porn.
Did he did?
They banned porn? I didn't know that.
Yeah. You gotta
go
to
to Virginia and hop up on Pornhub. They gonna say,
your phone gonna know too. He was like, "No, you Virginia." Hell no. So you ain't getting that.
Mm-hmm. And they knew the perfect deterrent for that shit too, because they want you to put your ID in. And who the fuck about to do that?
For porn.
Yeah.
I never understood that people. There's people. We're going on top of it again. But I do it again. But there's people that pay subscriptions.
This shit is free.
Porn.
This shit is free, bro.
It's always been free.
Say you want it too bad.
So
you want the exclusive.
We've already.
You want the exclusives. He said, I looked at that before everybody.
Especially a junk that look, especially for a biddy that you live in your town. I could never.
They watching porn for the plot.
Yeah,
hey,
like
pause. Porn do be having some good plots sometimes. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah,
Shit, dude, you done fucked up. Look, fucked up the whole session. I'm in that bitch watching it like a good ass movie. I said, this is a murder mystery.
I'm not messing with y'all, man.
I seen one that was a motherfucking Roots porn, cuz.
Oh no.
They had a parody of Roots.
Really, nigga?
I clicked on it just to be weak.
No.
And I was.
Slavery porn. What we talking about? See what I mean? Listen. 515, 515 we would be having a community meeting with my man Bessel on the line.
Had me weak
What
the whole time. Cause I was like, hell no. Clicking on looking at it. This shit funny as fuck, cause like, why they out there fucking disrespecting the fuck out of slave master, busting on his old lady face with some emoji? I'm just like, and then laughing at him. He come back like, what y'all doing around here?
Do you realize we're about to be anointed in here with a minister?
Let me tell you something. I am 26 years old. I done been to a few churches. I ain't that anointed.
So now we need to, he said, I ain't that anointed. She said she love it. So now we need the school district to enforce it. Facts, because that would give, I think that would give the kids a better chance.
Mm-hmm.
That would give the teachers a better opportunity because have more people paying fucking attention.
Yeah.
Like you in the class, at least if you ain't got more distractions, at least you got to do is learn.
Mm-hmm. And parents need to back it.
Yes.
Parents need to back the teachers. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You see a lot of those videos too.
Yeah, like parents want to get outraged with it's like, come on now, like if your kid fucking up, they fucking up. Granted, I get it, like it is some childish ass teachers out there because we've all had experienced them. But you cannot take your childhood experience from one teacher where somebody didn't believe you and carry that the rest of your life. Because sometimes little Timmy fucked up.
Yeah.
This is what it is. Like, you have to go situation by situation. If your kid really messed up or they failing or they doing this, you have to be behind the teacher. You can't be behind your kid.
Facts.
Because the thing is, you're not being behind your kid if you're being behind your kid on that situation. You setting them up for failure. So you're not even being on their side.
In those situations, when it comes to like school and stuff like that, and a child get in trouble, my mind automatically doesn't go to who do I believe. I'm just gonna listen to both sides. The truth always comes out.
Yeah.
Well, at least good enough portion of the truth where I pick a side. Then you never really know the full truth because shit, you weren't in that damn classroom.
Yeah.
But hey, you'll know enough to pick a side at that point.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
But shit, if your motherfucking kid rock a teacher for no reason, you need to be behind the teacher. I'm just saying. I be seeing this shit like kids doing wild shit. I seen a kid tase a teacher.
He don't even be in school anywhere.
Yeah.
Like ever. He's a little retarded. I mean, I don't mean to say that. So my bad. You can't say that in 2024. Like, I forgot. But he's not right in the head. Like, you tase a teacher. Like, come on.
Who'd have thought of that?
Something ain't right. His whole, everything about him, like his whole, everything need to be investigated.
Mm-hmm.
Household, everything. But I can't say that because, see, that once again, putting it on the parent because he can have a great home and go to school and do some wild shit.
His house still need to be investigated because they know they might be great parents, but they might just be working. You know what I mean?
Dog, I went to school and sometimes I did some shit and get suspended. If the teachers thought that what was his parents like, they would have been wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I would just like to fight, or I was the type to where I was just bored and this person was stupid in front of me, so I just called them stupid. It was one of those things. But they would have put my parents and said, well, I wonder what's going on. They would have been wrong as hell. Sometimes kids just do shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not saying you need to investigate home, see what the fuck they doing, because sometimes kids, you know,
yeah,
crazy motherfuckers. Like, they need to be investigated. I ain't really saying the parents. But go home.
So go home.
That's it. But no, it's some childish ass parents.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Childish ass parents out there who think that who are, what's that word? Projecting their childhood feelings onto their kid.
A lot of these adults are in a rush to have kids,
Mm-hmm.
but they haven't even fully matured and become an adult themselves.
Right. Don't know what it means to be an adult. At all.
I know a motherfucker who used to just try to get pregnant. Get nutted in by everybody. Just like, damn. You ain't got shit straight yet. What is you doing? I said, I don't really talk about nobody, but hey, you ain't got shit straight yet. Wait. It ain't gonna kill you to wait.
It's not, having babies is not the problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's we don't treat our community like a community anymore that makes it a problem. Because people had way more babies than they have now, and they had their shit together.
It wasn't that kind of hate shit together.
This was.
No, not that kind. No, I'm just talking about situation. But yeah.
And nowadays, we talking about a community, 9 times out of 10, just a household. They be like, I ain't about to watch that baby. Then you can have trust on the community to be there.
Yep.
Now it's like, so it's not the amount of babies, it's the fact that you got to take it on all yourself and you're trying to build a community together. We looking at everything about individuals, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not about the group anymore. When you look at Chinese people and whatever, you can look at them and tell like it's about the group.
Yeah.
Mexicans is about the group.
You barely see a Chinese pregnant woman out in public. She's at home getting pampered and getting taken care of.
Holy shit, have I ever seen a pregnant Chinese woman?
No.
I seen one because
Wow.
somebody made the joke. And he was like, I finally found one at the mall.
That's crazy.
You see big pregnant motherfuckers at the club.
Jesus Christ.
Pregnant at the club, why?
Mm-hmm. Big
Like you wanted to bad.
Yeah. Shit, what's her name? Sexy Red was twerking her ass at on stage while she pregnant.
Once again.
Yeah, that
like
is.
I said, she's a little off.
Thought cricket. Baby born with shaking baby syndrome, just shook to death.
She just ain't, something ain't right. But the word's going on. Like, we supposed to be having Brother Key in the building right now. And usually we would have been having my man Vessel on the line for the community meeting. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pose the question.
What's the question?
Usually my man Vessel have a question revolving relationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say, when does a person know? How do you put this? To leave. When is it the right time?
When they feel it is.
Most people, sometimes a person to get mad and feel it is. Sometimes a person gets sad and feel it is. Sometimes a person that feel it is just feeling that it is.
No. What I mean by is when you are ready to leave, you will.
I don't know about that. I know of so many, definitely homegirls and shit that nigga, they should have been gone. They won't.
Because they don't want to.
I get it.
No, it's just one thing. Like when it comes to feelings, right? When your mental actually gets to the point where it overrides your feelings. When it overrides all that, like you can literally make that conscious, because this thing, we can all leave shit. People dip out in the middle of the relationship, break up for about 2 weeks, 2 months type shit, then go right back to each other type deal because they weren't ready to leave yet. But when they ready to leave, that shit will not be back.
Well, you can hurt yourself so much by staying for extra credit because that's all you're doing. If you were gonna leave, let's just say you knew you were getting your ass whipped, right? Mm-hmm. And you were supposed to leave. And then 9 months later, you choose to leave. But in that 9 months, you got a broken collarbone, this and that. Why stay for the extra credit? Just go. When is the time to leave?
Only that person can make that decision.
That is
because that's the thing. Like right now, you can like it's been proved plenty of times. Like you could jump in the middle of an argument between the dude and the woman, and they both turn on you.
That's facts.
Like he could smack the shit out of her, and she would still turn back on your ass. Like, why the fuck are you intervening? Because regardless of how we think about like domestic violence, that is a big thing and that is an issue. But I can't pull you out the ring if you gonna keep running in that motherfucker.
Right.
And that's just like with anything. Until you are ready to leave, you won't.
Yeah. Facts. Now, I agree. Now, as promised. Now, I mean, how was it, man? You got some traffic a little bit? Yeah. Now, I mean, as promised, man, we got my man, Brother Key, man. So, what you say you coming from West Virginia?
So, I had like an hour and something drive.
That's how it is for us. We about an hour and some change. Know what I mean? Now, to start off, like, what? Are you a pastor, a minister? What would you say?
I'm a servant, man.
Servant.
Yeah, I'm a servant. I'm somebody who grew up in the streets of Miami or what have you, and I didn't grow up in the church, so I don't have a church background, and so when I got introduced to the gospel and the way that the church does different things, it was a crash course for me because, again, I don't have that footing. So a lot of things that I came in believing I got wrong to begin with until I learned about God on my own as it relates to me seeking him versus what everybody else has to say about him.
Well, I'm gonna get straight to these questions here because we kind of strapped for time. Gotcha. And when I got some questions, some of them came from the community, some of them I came up, and how do you lead people? How do you lead somebody to God in this day and time? Because I'm one of them people. I grew up going to church. I'm going to listen to all that. But I'm one of the people that I it's starting to feel like, what is the point?
Gotcha.
So in this day and time, how do you lead people to God?
So somebody was interested, and I had to be involved with leading them to God or what have you. I wouldn't do it through a systematic way of a bunch of rituals of repeat after me prayers or anything like that. I would first explain why do we even need God? Who is he? Who made it known for us to even need him. And that goes all the way back to creation as it relates to what Adam did. And Adam made it bad for all of mankind. Because of the sin that he committed, sin fell on everybody. And so certain people may look at it like, man, but I wasn't there. You know, it wasn't on me. It's just the way that God set it up. But because Adam, you know, committed the sin that he had, and it fell on everybody, God provided us hope through his son Christ. So instead of us taking the fall that Adam took, or what have you, in the state of mankind simply remaining in that place, through Christ, his son, he provided a way out of sin. He provided a way out of separation, because mankind was separated. God desired for us to have a relationship with him. So I would tell a person, first, you know, the word of God tells us that first, those who come to God must first believe that he exists. Once you first believe that he exists, then we go down what I just started explaining as it relates to sin and why we need him.
So on the terms of him existing, I'm gonna get straight down to it. For me, I look at it like I believe in a God.
Mm-hmm.
The God that's what's in the Bible to me. Not saying what anyone believes in. Me personally, don't care what anyone believes in. But I also believe that the God that's in the Bible to me sounds scary. I would tell you why is because to say that you put me here in a flawed place and knowing that I'm going to walk a flawed path and then judge me and condemn me for being flawed is a little wicked to me.
Okay.
So if I'm going to be judged at the end of this, knowing that I didn't have all the tools to do it right, what is the point?
Okay. So I understand where you're coming from, and I look at it as God is sovereign, meaning he gets to make all the decisions because he's God.
Mm-hmm.
So when I look at this walk that I'm walking, I would never make it to mean that I'm doing this in my own strength. Everything that the word of God tells us to refrain from as it relates to sin, there's no way that I can do it. So God knows that. He knows that there's no way that I can put upon you a mandate for you to do something knowing you cannot do it in your own strength. So this is where the Spirit of God comes in. He gives us the Holy Spirit to empower us to do whatever it is that he's called us to do. If I sit here and I try to refrain from whatever God tells me to refrain from in my own strength, I'm going to fail, and I have failed. So what do? Okay, God, you called me to do this, thus and such, to live a holy life, to live righteous, to love my neighbor, so on and so forth. Give me the strength to do that. If not, I can't do it. So he doesn't just tell us to live a certain way or believe a certain way. He actually give us the grace by his Spirit to also do that.
Speaking of like your walk, like this is another question from the community. Says, how can you convince people to know that your walk with God is real? Like when you're trying to, because I can tell that you're passionate in what you're saying, so I can really tell that you're really believing to what you're speaking. How do you convince other people that, hey, your walk with God is a genuine thing? Because you have people that's out there in it for the money, in it for this, and for whatever. And like I said, I've been to churches where I genuinely think this guy has the best intentions for this congregation. And I've been to one, but I think this dude wants money. How do you go about, showing that your walk is real?
So when I started off, you asked me the question, am I a minister, a pastor, so on and so forth. I told you servant, because that's what I do in the kingdom. I serve people. I put others above myself. So if I'm dealing with people and you see that I'm putting myself and my needs above yours, that in itself is a telltale sign. So me sacrificing my life, saying that, hey, I'm going to put you above my needs, meaning I'm going to do everything that I can to love you the way that God calls me to love you, which means I have to, that's a sacrificial love that says that my agenda doesn't come before another person. So selfishness is not something that we are taught in the Word of God. Selfishness is not something that God condones. It is always laying down one's life for somebody else and having their best interest in mind versus your best interest. So you look at pastors or what have you, that is a tall task to have that position, because you have to put your life beneath, your desires beneath all of the congregation and be in a place to hear from God to feed the people.
Do you believe that that's what happens normally with pastors? Because from what I see is a bunch of pastors that ride past the same liquor stores and the same homeless people that I see, and they didn't stop the car.
Yeah, so in a lot of instances, it's one of those things that is easy to tell if a person is putting someone else before them, or if you're exalting yourself above someone else. Like that role right there is a truly sacrificial role, because you have people who may be calling you 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. You call yourself a person before God on the behalf of the people, and so you have to relinquish your will and say, okay, let me go before God and see what the congregation has need of. I believe that God called me to help these people. But if you exalt yourself and you make it about the people serving you, that's a telltale sign. God has not called you because he's called you to feed the people and not take from them.
I literally, this was probably earlier today. I was watching one of your videos. You said, God doesn't speak to everyone. Why is it that, once again, these are just questions from curiosity. Why is it that we don't see the so-called miracles and the speaking of, like they say they happened then, like now?
I used to ask that question a lot. And so these things that happen is not by the will of man, it's by the will of God. So when God decides that he desires to be glorified in a situation or a person, then we will see those things. But the way that God operates, the words tells us that God is light. In him there's no darkness at all. If we claim to have fellowship with him and yet walk in darkness, we lie and do not do the truth. So God looks for a vessel that he can use, but that vessel has to be a certain way. God will make that vessel the way he wants to make that vessel in order for him to work through that vessel. That's what this life is about. It's about, I have to sacrifice my life so much so that you should be able to see God in me. But if I'm living how I want to live, and and now I'm being contaminated, and God can't work in me, you can never see God in or through me, because I'm not in the place where God can use me.
Although I'm pretty much lockstep in what you're saying. I wonder what your take on this. I got homeboys, is like I said, they're devout into this. Like me, I'm on the fence, but it's because myself believe I'm a God.
Okay.
And when they say I'm made in God's image, it's like if I look in the mirror and I see a God, then how am I going to make something in my image look like this? Well, I guess I have to be a God if I'm in this image. If he sees something else, then that can't be. It's how I see it. And I look at it like I can do, when I'm going to make a decision and I hear this, man, you shouldn't do that. I hear a actual voice, but it's my voice. I believe that is what God is to me. I'm trying to figure out what makes a person feel that I'm going to be the messenger. What is the right God? Who's to say that Christianity is listening to the right thing? Muslims are listening to the right thing. Who's to say that? You know what I'm saying? Or is it should be like, yo, we walk through this life the way that we are. We all have this God within us, and how we display it is how we display it. Or is it, am I wrong? And one day I'm gonna go to hell and I'm choosing the wrong thing. That's what I'm saying. Is a confusing thing.
Okay, so you have an engineer that does what he does here with the microphones and all of the stuff that we see. We don't know these things. We need somebody to teach us, hey, how do you do this? This goes back to the sacrificial part. So let's just say you're saying, hey, man, I really want to know the true and living God that you talk about. I have to be patient and say, hey, here's my information. Let's talk. Let's walk through the Bible to the point to where I'm praying with you. I'm going through the word of God with you until you discover God, until God reveals himself to you. I can't make him reveal himself to you. But what I can do is be patient enough, have enough love to sacrifice time, energy, and effort to say, this brother really wants to know him. And now I'm praying, Father, use me so that this person can. How
do you know that this book is real? So where was God during slavery?
So if you look at, I believe the book is real because of through the prophetic timeline of things that have happened in the Word of God.
Mhm.
There's no hit or miss. Everything that the Word of God has says that will happen has happened, and even now, leading up to the things as we're going even into the Book of Revelation, I'm seeing things that as it has taken place now. To me, it's not mysticism in a sense of I wake up just trying with all of my strength to believe God. I have to believe Him. I was at a place you at.
Mhm.
You're trying to believe something that you've never experienced in your life. So I can't make it to mean that, man, you got to get this overnight, because I didn't get it overnight. So through life trials, tribulations, mind you, like I told you, I'm a dude coming from out of the street. Through life's trials and tribulations, not when nobody else told me, through me in my prayer closet, show yourself to me. Show
That's
me who
my
you are.
only issue with it is, why is there a God that can pick and choose when there's a mother and a child that's hungry and she's going through the most? And I get that materialistic things doesn't mean, being blessed and all that. I get it, but there's this going on and that's going on, and why does a God pick and choose where I'm gonna make this person struggle because they haven't seeked me out yet? It's like, nah, wrong is wrong, fam. Or is it? I don't understand the dynamic of it. It's because if I don't seek them out, I'm condemned to live what? You know what I mean?
So, me coming from where I came from, I suffered a lot. I suffered a lot because of what I didn't know. That happens even in not even talking about Christianity or the Bible. You suffer for what you don't know. There's if you don't have a certain knowledge about certain things, you suffer in life. That's just the way that happens. But when you come to a place to have a certain knowledge for certain things, the less you suffer because you understand. So when you come to the place to learn God and God begins to reveal Himself to you and show you, He Himself show you why these things happen in your life, you begin to see it wasn't necessarily God designing these things to hurt you, but to show us what life is like without Him. I've experienced life without God, and I've experienced life with God. And I've seen that, you know what, the things that I've been through, a lot of those things was because of my own ignorance towards who God is, my own rebellion, my own lack of understanding of the Word of God. And so there's times where I blame God for a lot of things because of my misunderstanding of life, period. But when I got in contact with Him showing me the things that I needed to see in life, I realized, you know what? Who am I to blame Him for my misunderstanding?
What does that sound like?
What's that?
Hearing God. I hear a lot of people say that. When I talk to God,
it's
never heard it.
It's a peace, man. It's a peace that surpasses all understanding. Like I said, it's not.
Now, if
it's
you
not
say that
necessary.
now, I can believe that. Why don't people just say that? Why is everything so metaphoric?
Yeah, it's a.
I think we have more people coming that way if we didn't talk so metaphoric. If we just said it's a calm that comes over you, it's a peace when you know that you're okay to move through, I think people will understand that a little better. But they say that the person going to talk to you, we're looking for a miracle. We're waiting for that person to come through and say something, which is never going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's a piece that I depend on daily because it is that piece that lets me know that God is with me. God understands where I'm at, what I'm going through, and what's happening in my life. So I depend on the peace that surpasses all understanding because there's things in life you just don't understand. So what is it, that thing that will keep you in the midst of that which you don't understand? And that's the piece that I depend on.
With me is, I'm kind of like on the fence with both of you, really. Because I've always been, my thought on God, religion, is that life is God. That when I was created, He seen my situation and gave me the tools that I need to live through it. Now, it's my job to live through it. And like you said, that voice in the back of your head is that whisper like, hey, maybe you shouldn't go that route. Whether you listen to it or not is up to you. And I feel like those tools, those life, like I said, life, those curveballs, and if you believe in the evil of the world, that comes into play as well. Now, me, I don't believe, like I said, I'm not a really biblical person. I do believe in a God, but I don't believe that. I believe God put us here when he gave us free will. He gave us the right to choose how we going to live and how our choice is going to affect others and everything above. I believe he gives us those whispers every now and then, and that's your consciousness when you be like, hey, I might not need to think like that. That's what I believe it is when his word comes in you, like I said, that calm. Because sometimes it does happen where you get this feeling like everything is going to turn out all right. And that goes with everything. So I believe like it's a little bit of mix of both. And that's just me. Because like I said, I get what both of y'all are saying. And I'm not the most religious person. But I do believe that God put us here for a reason. But he also gave us the tools to live up to that reason.
Gotcha. So the thing is, and here's the wonderful thing that works for anybody, not for just you two. It's for anybody. The moment you become curious about the existence of God, if God exists, don't downplay your ability to seek Him further. He desires to. I don't know anybody who would give of their son and not want to have a relationship with us.
I don't see. I get exactly what you're saying. I look at it more of a. If I go outside and I get a collection of 20 people and I tell them we're gonna get together and we're gonna pray every day and we're gonna make things better, I think that I will lead them into a burning bush. But if I get them same people together and say, we're going to go out here, we're going to fix the potholes, we're going to get this, we're going to build this together, and we're going to get this money, I think we would get further, is how I see it. I believe you can pray to whoever, but I just don't think it's going to get us where we need to be. That's my only issue with it.
So one of the things that a misconception that happens that throws people off is it's just a spiritual thing that doesn't transfer its way into natural things. The word tells us that God gives us everything pertaining to life and godliness. So life is the things that we face on a daily basis. This is receiving knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of God to do things in the community. To do things, it's not just govern in the church. You imagine if people inside of a church building just stay inside of a church building and don't go out and impact the community in a way that will show the community that God is actually involved. And I think that that's what's missing in a lot of communities because it just seems like those who believe in Christ are just in a building. But when you look at the community, it's like, where is that power you're talking about?
That's like when I seen your videos, you don't see a lot of people just openly do that unless you're in church. So for you to be like, I'm going to openly talk about God. I'm going to openly talk about this, like the hottest thing, Kendrick Lamar, this going on, whatever, you talk about God. Talk about, like, most people don't do that unless they're in church because it's like church is one of the places where no one asks you for shit in return. No one asks for anything in return. You can just go there and you hear them, they can blow smoke up your ass and you go home. But you feel a little better. Nothing really changed though. Your circumstances are still the same. But to have a person like this comment just said to you, what do you do when you feel peace but your mind is constantly racing?
So coming from a place where I used to have bad anxiety, and the reason I used to have bad anxiety, which is what that is, your mind is constantly racing, I had to know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, at what time it's going. I had to know every detail of every situation of my life in order for me to feel at peace with what's going on. I had to come to a place to realize, what control do I actually have in life? Like what can I prolong my life? Can I really change certain situations that are out of my control in my life? I had to put my entire life in the hands of God. I had to. It wasn't a easy thing. Street dude running the streets. I'm on the corner moving packs. I'm on the corner. It was my responsibility to get my re-up money to go and buy other stuff to get back out there. I ain't depending on nobody. You know, I'm out there in the streets depending on me. So to come to a place to serve the true and living God that I don't know, and to say to put my entire life in his hands, that wasn't an easy ordeal. But through the situations that I faced in life, more and more and more and more, I relinquished my life into his hands. And so even with people who are not at that place, again, I don't expect them to get there overnight. Sacrifice your life and you take the situations that you've been through and you utilize that information to give to others until they get their footing with God, so that they can.
And excuse me if I'm feeling like my question is going all over the place. It's just that, I'm looking at the time and everything, so I'm trying to get to these questions. You stated that, once again, I'm not going to sit here and cap and say that I went to this Bible to check it out and see if this is what they said, but I'm going off. I'm going to trust you. You stated that in Peter chapter 7, verses 7, chapter 3, verses 7, it says that basically if you're at odds with your spouse, even in prayer, even your prayers are hindered. Even though I can see that, I would like to know, why is it that a God that's so good would see that a person and their spouse is at odds, but because they're at odds, my prayers will be hindered? It needs to be uplifted to me a little bit more. But why? But this is more of a why. Why condemn the person for not knowing? Like,
so if you look at a marriage the way that God has ordained it, the two are no longer two; they're one. So here it is, you're at odds with your spouse. Y'all supposed to be working on the same team, and yet you're going to God about your spouse in a way that doesn't show that you two need to be on one accord. So God is not biased. He's not going to take sides and say, well, I get what you're saying about your wife. He's going to, no, y'all are one. Y'all two need to come together. Y'all two come to me together. And let's work this out, versus it being you come and then your spouse comes. So God,
because when I was watching the video, I was like, seemed like God was punishing them in a sense. But I get what you're saying. Were you about to say something?
No. I was agreeing.
I kind of asked this question already, but we didn't I never got your answer on this one. Where was God during slavery?
So all of the things, and not just slavery, but let's cover the whole gamut of these things. The fall of man brought upon things in this life that God didn't intend for us to know him in that fashion. The things that we see in this life is a representation of the fall of mankind, the fall of what Adam did: sin, separation, missing the mark, not being where God called us to be. And this goes back to what you're saying, made in his image. And that's made in the characteristics of God: love, peace, long suffering, everything good about God. He created us to reflect him. He didn't create us to reflect the guy on the street corner, or the guy who's toting firearms and so on and so forth, the mean person, the dad that's rejecting his kid. That's not the image he created us in. He created us in an image that reflected him. So for instance, you got kids? Okay, so you got kids. When you raise your children to go out, not to reflect anybody else, not to reflect the world, but to reflect what you instilled in them. Same way with God. I created y'all not for you all to reflect someone else, but to reflect me as your creator. So when Adam fell, we took on the nature of Adam instead of the nature of God. Now, all of the stuff that we see with slavery, with racism, with all these detrimental things, is not from God. God didn't design these things because it's not of his character for people to enslave other people. But the way that God has designed this, that even though these things take place, he has made a way for these things, if we believe, to work out for our good in the end. He's made a way. And these things are detrimental in a way of it affects our psyche, it affects our heart, it affects our mind. And these are the things we do when these things affect us. I can, even where I'm at in believing what I believe, it affects me when I see things that happen around the world. It affects me if I look at movies like Roots or something, it affects me. And I have to go to God, and I need peace. I need peace because this flesh if I allow this flesh to, it will react in a way that doesn't glorify God. So God knows how we feel about these situations. They're here. There's no ignoring them. And I'm not the type of person that, though I believe in Christ, I'm going to say, well, we just have to. No, you go to God and you let him know. Be transparent. That's what I tell people, man. Be with how you feel. Be transparent and allow God to know, hey, this is what's affecting me, and then allow him to bring the solution to how you feeling, to give you an understanding about what you see in the world.
Okay.
That's a different perspective I never thought of.
I thought, me personally, me being on the fence, I thought I'd be way more at odds, and I mean, I was anticipating. But this, you said this. I believe this was your New Year's Eve. I don't know if I want to call it a speech or whatever, but you said the stubbornness of men's hearts has us going around to find Jesus. Said that we try to go through Buddha, we try to go through Muhammad. My question is, do you believe that there's only one way?
I truly believe there's only one way. Here's the reason why I believe that there's only one way, and it's because God set the way of us going to him. Now, this hits at home with me, because it's going back to what I said earlier. Here it is, that because of what Adam did, all of mankind is in sin, right? So the only way to redeem us back, and this has to show the love of God, the only way to redeem us back, God could have said, you know what, y'all just lost, start all over, whatever. Mm-hmm. But he says, I tell you what, if this is the only way to redeem you all, which is sending my son to be the sacrifice for sin, then that should show something. Listen, I got kids. Mm-hmm. To tell me to give up one of them for humanity, I don't have the strength to do that. But for God to do that, to give up his only son, shows me that this is not only the true and living God, but this is someone who wants to have a relationship with me, not just in this life, but has prepared a way for me to spend eternity with him. So it's not just about the forgiving of sin, but it's about the reconciliation of a relationship that was lost because of what happened with Adam.
But if it's only one way, what would the Muslim man be? What was it?
On that note, because I was actually about to comment on that.
Okay.
From what I've actually seen, when you actually if you actually was to take all religions, even going back to fucking Zeus and Poseidon and all the motherfuckers, if you actually look at it and read about it, damn near all the stories match up. They might have a few different kinks here and there throughout history, because you got to think.
Seems like it's the same person.
It's the same person, because even if you're like, okay, you got Zeus as a top god, you know he lives in the sky, you know he got all the guys, but if you actually read the descriptions of the other guys, they have wings, they're angels. Mm. So I believe that throughout history, throughout different cultures, I do believe that everybody really was. It's just that it got breaking up because humans are humans.
Yeah,
I believe that. Yeah, it grouped out. It became different things, but in the root cause of all of the stories, all of them say the same thing.
Yeah,
all of them say the same thing.
I'm gonna try to get a few more of these questions in here. So we get this one, another one, the community question. It says, "How is Christianity not a white man's religion?"
So I heard the stories of, it was written by, I heard the stories of people saying it was written by the white man, and this, that, and the other. And I compare what's written in the Word of God as to how now watch this, how we should treat each other versus the stigmatism of what's being created in the community now, right? And there's a contradiction. There's a contradiction because let's not act like the best roads are not paved in our communities. The best stores are not paved, or the best stores are not in our community. We see liquor stores on every corner and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. But then when you look at the segregation of people placed in a certain environment or what have you, and it being systematic, and then you look at what God says, it's like, wait, this isn't the love that we're seeing in this word. Mm-hmm. Now, if I'm seeing in the word of God what I'm actually seeing coming from people who are doing things for our demise, then I can say, yeah, it is written. It is written by these people. But if I'm looking in the word of God, and the word of God is telling me, love my neighbor, sacrifice my time and make sure that I help the needy, I help the poor, I help this, don't do this, thus and such. And then I'm looking at the world and I'm like, wait, hold on, this doesn't make sense, because if I'm really trying to bring these people down, right, us, if I'm really trying to bring down people that look like me, I wouldn't write the Bible the way that it was. I would write the Bible in such a way that will conform to deceiving you not to even love. I'm not telling you to love him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you. No, I'm going to write the Bible that says, hate your neighbor.
Yeah.
Do wrong to those. Do this to your enemy. But the word of God says, love your enemy. We don't see that in the hood.
But why is it that black people are the only ones that seem to love all of our enemies and none of them seem to love us? And we get the butt of everyone seems to have their pockets of their communities. They have Chinatown, Germantown, this, that. We have nothing, but we seem to come to all of their aids if they have something going on. Mm-hmm. But who's going to come to us? I think the Bible helps us do that by saying, help everyone, da-da-da-da-da. And we take that approach, which I think we should, but at the same time, it's like, where did it get us?
Yeah, so that's one of the things that you definitely see.
Hey, they all going, my bad. They all going in on you. They say, you talk about God here, everybody got, say smoke, no cussing, smoke, no cussing. Everybody cuss you out, man.
Hey.
But go ahead.
So you look at it in the sense of, are we making any progress, and is it worth it to continue on in the way that we are going? And the way you answer that question is, should there ever be an end to doing good? Because the opposite of doing good is going in the direction of wrong. So somebody has to be on the side of, even though this may not seem appreciated, I can't go on their side. Because if I go on their side, then I'm doing what I'm deeming to be wrong, but I'm turning to do something. I'm turning away from doing what's good to bad because I feel like it's not being appreciated. So I look at this like even though what's going on in our communities is a detriment in so many different ways, I can't give up on still reaching out because I have hope. We all can't lose hope.
Right.
We can't. So it's like I have to, even though it seems like, if it seems I take one step, and like for instance, it's like you take this person off the corner, and 10 more get back on that same corner. You knock down this house where they moving the pack at, and 10 more houses. Do you just give up? Do you say, man, forget it? You gonna go and join the ones that's building the houses, or do you keep going in the direction and say, you know what? Even if the world is against me, I wholeheartedly believe in making a change, even if I reach one.
Right.
Even I don't, and that's the thing about my walk. Like I don't seek to reach millions or hundreds of millions. I just want to reach the people who, for whatever time I got left on this earth, God called me to reach and be successful in that, and just hope that everybody else does their part as well.
Right. And before we get on, appreciate everybody for tuning up, man. And remember that, and we never even gave away the $25 Amazon gift card giveaway. I guess I'm gonna just pick a comment, but I'm gonna try to get you out on this one last question. What made you want to take this path? Like, I get I want to change my life from street things and live a different life, but not everybody goes the ministry way.
So, and this is that's a great question. Now, I'm not a part of a local body as of yet. Like, I don't wake up and take my family into a building. Like, we fellowship in a house, or you see me fellowshipping on TikTok. But I believe that God made himself known to me in such a way that I could not ignore it. I could have looked at, you either going to continue going down this path, or you're going to answer the call. You're going to answer the call to first and foremost find out who this